I'm not a big fan of framing active versus passive as a debate or a discussion, which it's commonly done. I tend to think of cheap versus not cheap. That's really the issue. I buy cheap funds. Rarely will I buy a fund that is, even average expenses, never mind above average. And some of them are active, some of them are passive. But to me, that's the more important issue. We did a study, in fact, just a back of the envelope study looking at Vanguard's active stock funds compared to its passive stock funds. And at the time we did the study last year, the active funds had actually outperformed the passive funds. But the key was they were cheap. You get a chance to outperform when you've got low costs and you run well. So, I don't think active versus passive is the right way to look at it. And just to wrap up that thought, there are passive funds that are expensive. There's not a lot of money in them, and those are not good funds. The main things I'd look for in an active manager, of course, a long track record. I tend to look for a manager who is associated with a top organization. I'm a big believer that fund managers are, like plants in a garden or something. They need healthy soil, they need the right environment, and they need to be around in a company that rewards clear thinking and rewards good stewards of capital. You don't see many great fund managers at weak fund shops. So you're either looking for a boutique where the fund manager owns the organization, or at one of those handful of companies, not very many fund companies, that tend to be strong across the board.